please introduce yourself, Kathryn.
Hi, my name is Kathryn, and I'm a senior at University of California, San Diego, and I'm a history major and German studies double major, and I'm finishing up my last year, and I'm currently applying for graduate school.
Wonderful. Okay, so today we're going to go into a little interview. We just want to get to know you better. So just to start off, what inspired you to become an academic coach, and how does your passion for education align with Swoon Learning's commitment to student growth and empowerment?
Yeah, so I think since I was 14, I began teaching piano private lessons to students of the age like 6 to 11. And I think that was like quite a challenge in the beginning. So I learned how to really keep students engaged, especially when working with children. And I would have to get really, really creative on how to kind of translate something like scales or anything like that into something fun. And I think that that creativity has stayed with me. I taught violin as well. I coached tennis. I also tutored during high school. I would go to like students' houses and help them with English or history work. And then when I got to college, I started working with Swoon, and I've been with Swoon for 3 years now. And I've worked with a whole slew of students, from like reading Percy Jackson to teaching AP World History to 15-year-old students, all the way to a 12th grader who was working on like a final essay for a literature class. But even though those are all quite different, I think the same thing applies, where we want to like work with the students and cater towards their needs and their learning style. And especially when you're given such a vast, like, I think, cohort of students that all have different, are on totally different agendas, we want to be able to, like, I don't know, support them in the best way we can. But also, I think, especially with the younger kids, to teach them to be organized and to teach them to, email us properly and stay on time and communicate. So it's not, we do teach the subject, and I love teaching English and AP World, but in every session we begin with, let's open up the meeting board. Let's look at the dates. Let's put in new dates. Let's have study deadlines. Let's have a plan. And that's kind of how like we lead our sessions, and hopefully that stays with them throughout. But I think creativity and kind of teaching all kinds of good learning habits comes into it altogether. But I've always loved working with students, and I think Swoon is a great way to do it, also virtually while I'm a university student.
So how would you describe your coaching style and personality, and how do you think that influences your students?
Yeah, I think my students would probably describe me as quite talkative and energetic. And I think especially when you're virtually like on a screen against each other, and you're kind of just staring at each other's faces, and you've definitely never met in person, it can be a little bit awkward at first, the first meeting. But after that, you really do build like a rapport with your students. I mean, you see them weekly. You ask how the rest of their school is going. And yeah, I think that because I'm energetic and sometimes the sessions are late, maybe 6 p.m., 7 p.m., these students have been in class all day and now they have more tutoring. It's really important to bring excitement to the subject that you're having with the student, and not come on the call and be, downtrodden. And I think also, again, on the creativity part, especially with AP World History, because that's the subject I mostly focus on, there's a lot of like visual culture as well. You can sit here and talk about the Ottoman Empire, but wouldn't it be more fun to like show pictures of what, the soldiers look like, or what the kings look like, or kind of how many armies were there, and what does the Ottoman Empire even look like on a map? So I think that sharing your screen and adding those extra tidbits makes it a lot more engaging for the student. And I think it influences them to be more passionate about the subject. And again, to not make it feel like I'm sitting here lecturing them on something. It's more like, let's explore this subject together. And it's like an hour of fun with education, of course.
So can you share a story about a student whose personality challenged you to adapt to your coaching approach, and how did you handle that?
Yeah, so I think I had two like very strong binaries. My first student I had for AP World History was quite focused, and she could sit and listen to me kind of talk at her, and she could pay attention and take notes properly, and we would share our screen so I could see her actively taking notes, and that worked great. And then I got another student the following year, same subject, same age, and it was not working. And I had to kind of confront myself and think, how can I change my teaching style to fit this student's needs and learning style? And he would often, turn and look out the window when I was talking to him and talking about history and looking over the slides. And I said, all right, this is not going to work. So with him, back to this visual culture thing, I would show him so many pictures. Like, he loved pictures, because we would read the textbook and then I'd be like, do you want to know what he looks like? And then I would pull up a picture of a historical figure and show him, or a historical battle, paintings, videos on YouTube. And then on Swoon front office, in the cards, I would always put extra videos if he wanted to watch them in his free time, just extra information. And I think that was more fun for me, and it challenged me as an academic coach. And I also got to find, do some historical research and dig and find these materials. And yeah, and then he ended up being quite engaged in every session, and we built, I think, a really good rapport. And I worked with him for a whole year and saw him through to his AP World History College Board test. And he even called me in the summer and was like, oh, I got blank score. And it was great.
Oh, that's amazing. We can tell you're an amazing coach just from the way that you adapted. Kind of going off of that, how do you tailor your coaching methods to fit distinct learning styles and temperaments of individual students?
Yeah, because I think that I described myself as quite talkative and energetic, but sometimes that works very well with the kids who need the direct, very interactive atmosphere. But then there are a lot of other kids that, after a long day at school, they don't really need to have a loud, blaring voice at them trying to get them riled up about something that they already listened to earlier in the day for one whole hour. And again, since I'm a student currently, and I obviously was a high school student before, and I grew up in the Bay Area, I very much understand kind of the atmosphere that they're experiencing and the stress. And so for the quieter students that I have, I do tone down my voice a bit. We go slower or faster pace on certain things. If I notice that they particularly I don't know, if I'm teaching if we're going over a book in English class and they really respond well to audiobooks as opposed to having to read on their own, I'll provide that for them and say, hey, you can find this audiobook online. And I encourage them to draw while we listen to the audiobooks. One student I had loved drawing trees and he would show me his tree drawings at the beginning of class every time, and that was kind of our opener for each session. And I encouraged him to draw while he listened to this audiobook to get him through this reading, because he just couldn't focus on it. But yeah, I think it really depends on the personality of the student, and the more you teach, the more you kind of see trends between certain personalities, and then I think you can see similar traits and then quicker mold your coaching style to fit that student. And then, the more you do it, the more you can recognize it, and then the faster you can kind of adapt. But in the beginning it was tougher, but I think now off the first call, I can understand the students' kind of temperament and how they would respond.
It's great to hear these stories, and I feel like it teaches me a lot as well, just to hear them. And so one last question for you is, what do you think your students would say is your most defining characteristic as a coach?
I would say interactive, because I think that history is something that can very, very, very easily get very boring very fast, and it's very bloated information. I mean, they're handed a textbook this thick and expected to consume and regurgitate all this information in 1 year. And this is coming off of year 1200 to current day in the entire world. So they come and they see this textbook and they're just fully overwhelmed. And I think that breaking it down and making them realize that this is just learning about like diverse human experiences over time. Like this is not a crazy subject. We're just learning about people's lives before us. And you can see so much history and pictures and photographs and videos. And then to have it be a conversation more so than I'm lecturing at them. I think that's what I most adapted my teaching style to, is I'm not just talking to them, I'm also asking them questions and making them tell me the history as opposed to the other way around. Because I think in classrooms, you also don't get the chance to talk a lot simply because there's like 30 to 35 kids per class in typical public schools. And so I think with like Swoon, students are able to vocalize like what is the difference between liberalism and pluralism, or fascism and nationalism, or communism and socialism on like the granular level in a very simple like conversational way. And if you can understand that, then you can understand the bloated stuff, I think. So I think making it be like a talking session and just being extremely interactive is I think the best way to go, especially for my subject in particular.
Yeah, absolutely. Instead of it just being a vocab exam.
Exactly.
Really
Exactly.
great
We have Quizlet for that.
Yes. Swoon Learning is not Quizlet. Thank you so much, Kathryn. That's all the questions I have for you, but it was really amazing to hear these stories and kind of take a little peek inside of your minds.
Thank you for having me, Sarah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Sarahjeet Dosanjh. I am a fourth-year public health major at UCLA, and I've been with Swoon Learning for, I think, around 3 years now, and I've been an academic coach. I mostly focus on STEM subjects, but my expertise is in biology and chemistry.
Oh, great. Okay, today I'm just going to ask you like a few questions about your teaching style and how you work with students to get kind of an inside look. But I wanted to start with what inspired you to become an academic coach, and how does your passion for education align with Swoon Learning's commitment to student growth and empowerment?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've always sort of tutored my peers / helped them in school when I was in K to 12. It was something I really enjoyed doing. I like to work with them and help adapt to sort of how they learn best so that I could see people I cared about do well in school, because I've always believed that everyone has a different type of intelligence within them. And sometimes it's not always the most conducive to our typical educational system, but it's within them. And I really enjoyed doing that. So when Carla approached me about Swoon Learning and asked me if I wanted to join, I was really enthusiastic about it because it was something that I did enjoy doing. And I also really love the subjects that I'm interested in. I would consider myself a nerd. I think it's interesting to like talk about it and like teach it. So that was what really pushed me to join. And I think my passion really aligns with how Swoon Learning is really committed to like the students actually growing and feeling empowered in their education. When I was going through K to 12, even though I was a good test taker, for example, and like I really enjoyed learning, there was some parts of the school system that were very hard for me, and I had to learn to navigate them on my own. I had to teach myself, how do I study? How do I stay organized? How do I take notes? You know, how do I tell what's the most important thing in books or what my teacher is saying? There's not really like a clear model. So I had to figure that out myself. And so I really like that Swoon Learning also cared a lot about that, because it really aligned with me and my personal interests. And it's something I wanted to help students that reminded me of myself get better at. Yeah.
Well, that sounds great. No, it's all cyclical. You know, everyone experienced everything, and now we're helping those that are younger. And then I also wanted to ask, how would you describe your coaching style and personality? And then how do you think it influences your students?
Absolutely. So the way that I would describe my coaching style is I aim for like older sister, sort of, when I'm a coach, because for me, it's really important that they feel a lot of care coming from me and genuine like investment in their well-being, as a student, especially because I understand that adolescence is really hard in K to 12, and you never know what a student is struggling with. Like some of them might be super busy up to their heads. Some of them might not be as close to their family or might be having trouble at home. Some of them might be having trouble at school with their peers. They don't have as many friends, or maybe they're experiencing, something harsh from other students. And because of that, I feel like my best approach was that I could be a place that's safe where they can genuinely just focus on learning and becoming a better version of themselves. And I grew up with older sisters, so I feel like that was something I really wanted to have pushed onto the kids that I got assigned. And I feel like that is really influences my students, because the students that I would have at first, both of them are like, they're very shy. I've had shy students, and with some time, because I really focused on them opening up and sharing things with me, if they felt a lot more comfortable, and I felt like I developed a genuine bond and relationship to them. And I feel like that makes them more invested in their learning. It helps them pay more attention. It helps them like me be able to convey like my own excitement and interest to them. And I see them like actually start caring a little bit more, even if it's something like math that they don't really care about. So I feel like there definitely is a lot of influence. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I had no sisters growing up. Two older brothers that definitely were not that figure. Okay, great. And then what do you admire most about the students you work with? And then how do their personalities inspire you?
Yeah, something I really admire about the students you work with. So at Swoon, we typically attract students who are either involved with several extracurriculars, from sports to like, debate or other clubs. Yeah, or they're even taking other classes outside of school. And then to kids who have specific learning challenges that they're aware of. And it's something that they have been trying to get through on their own or with support from their family and school to whatever extent they're giving it. So something I really admire is that each student that I've had, I can sense their internal drive within them to sort of navigate these things on their own and actually try to excel regardless of it pulling them down. And that's very admirable. It's very hard to do. I think a lot of students, if their grades were dropping or if they were struggling, like even if their parents try to force them into it, like a lot of them still would not be able to find it with themselves. But that is something I've noticed in the students I've worked with. And it really inspires me because there's still that sense of like bubbliness and they still really enjoy what they do, but they value academics at the same time. And I think it inspires me as well to just, really continue to push myself and like also overcome my own personal barriers as an academic coach. So I feel like it goes both ways. Just working with like the diverse set of students, there's always something you can learn from them because everyone is so different. And I think it's a blessing that we get to, just talk with so many of them and get to know them so well.
No, I totally agree. I have the like exact same viewpoint of my students. I think they make me smarter as well.
And help me keep up with the trends these days.
Yeah. Question, how do you celebrate the small wins with your students that reflect growth in their confidence and self-awareness?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think small wins are incredibly important when trying to build up a student's confidence. And by small wins, I mean simple things as maybe when they were answering this question, they didn't take as long on one part that you should get stuck on. So it's not always necessarily they got it right or they got like a high score. It's very small things. Or maybe in a session, I asked them like, okay, do you know when, let's like figure out when your homework is due? And they're like, oh, I know it's due like in 2 days. And that's like an executive function win that they're already starting to think about these things. So every time I hear something like this, I would tell the student like, that's great, that's improvement. And I think it's really important to make them aware. I think especially like, because of our educational system is set up, it's usually the really big wins, like getting a good grade, is what's recognized. Beyond your grade, not much else is recognized. So that's why I think with the students, it's important to say it very clearly to them, like acknowledge it. I think a lot of them are just missing that straight up, like the fact that you remembered your homework is due in 2 days is incredible and it's progress. And I'm like proud of you. Like that's amazing. You're growing self-awareness. Or when I see them answer a question like with a lot more, confidence and like it seems like they know what they're doing better, I call them out on it. I'm like, I see that your confidence is going up. That's great. And I think not only does it help, reinforce it with them, but it also helps with their own like emotional recognition and regulation, which a lot of students we work with struggle with, especially if they have learning disabilities or they have other struggles in school. By doing this, it also helps them recognize like this is what it's like for me to feel confident. That's a good thing. And I'd always tell them, like, internalize this feeling. Like, if you got that question right, or if they did better on this test, I always tell my student, internalize what it felt like to do well and keep that within you and carry that with you when you do these tests, especially for my kids who had a lot of like test anxiety when they were doing questions with me. And I was like, look how confident you are. Remember that, carry that with you right to your test. And if you feel you're getting your head, like bring yourself back to that confidence. So that's why I think small wins are really important.
All right, and then I have one last question for you, and I wanted to ask how you integrate Swoon's holistic approach into your academic coaching.
Yeah, absolutely. So Swoon Learning's holistic approach is basically that we don't just ask our academic coaches to go in a session and help their student with their homework, do it for them, maybe just teach them the content a little bit and help, and help them with their practice tests. It's not just that. The holistic approach is we look at everything from what is going on in the student's personal life to their executive function, meaning how are they being organized in classes? How are they taking notes? How are they keeping track of deadlines? How are they displaying good time management skills? How, if they're having a problem with their teacher or peers, or how do they communicate that with their teacher so that they can get the support they need? So it goes beyond that. And it is something I really resonate with because as a public health major, holistic approaches are a core concept. And I have worked in education as well with that. So with my coaching as well, I make sure it's not just, okay, pull up your homework, let's finish it, and then we can leave. It's how did your day go? Like, was something troubling you? How did you feel about your last test? What about your last homework? Asking very, very specific questions to help students recognize their feelings. And then really digging deep, like when you got this homework assignment, what did you do? Did you put it on your to-do list or did you throw it in your backpack and never saw it again? So it's small things like this, like figuring out what exactly is your process and how can we modify that so it works better for you. So I've had students that were like really on top of, their assignments. And like, if I told them like, okay, I need you to put a due date on this, they would do it on their own. They knew what worked for them. I've also had students try to hold their hand a little bit more. And I had to tell them like, okay, finish this by then. And this is what our tutoring timeline is going to look like. I would let them know so they could prepare on their own too. So giving them some autonomy in their own holistic approach, it's important that they do it, but also I serve as a guide. Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. Yeah, I think sometimes as adults we forget that students learn as they go and they can easily see something as like a mountain as opposed to a step-by-step thing. And then when you reward those small steps, then, it makes it better. They can reach eventually the top.
I think when we get older, we forget that when we were younger, we were learning constantly, like every hour, every minute, and it was often small things at a time. And I think older, as we get older, I think we're considered older adults now as well. We struggle to appreciate that because, life teaches us it's the big things that need to be celebrated. So it's something that, people past K-12 can also keep learning. So I think it's important to instill that while kids are young so they carry it with their life.
I completely agree. Oh, that's so lovely, Sarah. Thank you so much. But those are all my questions. Thank you again.